Hello everyone, my name is Prashant and welcome to the part 2 of the Introduction to Terraform series. In the part 1 of this series, we have write the bare bone minimum Terraform code. In this video, let's try to improve the existing code. Okay. So first thing which I can see or the issue with this code that we are hard coding these values. Okay. So these, for example, the region name, the AMI ID or the instance type. So what I can do in this case is going to create a new file called variables.tf where I am going to place all of my variables. Okay. So let's create that variable.tf file and I will say the name of the variables is equal to region, okay, and the type is string, and default is equal to US West 2. Okay. So what I am doing it over here, that I am defining a variable called region whose type is string and the value, the default value, if we are not going to provide anything, is US West 2. Now in order to use this variable in here or to reference this variable here, I am going to use var.region. Okay. Similarly, I am going to specify a variable for AMI. So let's say the name of the variable is AMI. Again, type is equal to string. Okay. And the default is this guy. Okay. Right now I'm talking about the data structure as string, but I will talk about more. For example, we can use something called what is called map, okay, where I can map a different value, but for the time being let's stick to this string. The next thing is, again, if I need to reference this, I'm going to use var.ami, okay, and the last one is variable.instance type. Okay, type is equal to again string, okay, and the default value is t2.micro. Instance type this. Okay, now again run the Terraform format command. I am first going to format if I do some indentation here and there. So yep, in variables it must fix all those indentation. And now again the first command I'm going to run is Terraform plan. Okay. Let's say one to add. What exactly it is adding? Okay, because we have deleted the resource last time, that's why it is saying one to add. If you remember the end of the last video, we have destroyed it. So it's saying 1 to add, 0 to change and 0 to destroy, which is fine. Okay. So let's run this Terraform apply. Okay. And this time I'm going to use the auto approve option just to show you, but do not use this in production environment. Okay, and this time if you will see, it is not going to ask me for the approval that yes, if you want to apply these changes. Okay, and it is again going to create a new instance for me. So last one should be terminated, right? And this is now creating, which is 66b5. Where is that? still creating. Now if you see at the top here, it is creating that plan. Okay, and how do it know that it need to add one resource, geo to change or geo to destroy? Okay, so basically if you look at the directory where you're executing this code, there is something called terraform.tf state file. Okay, please do not edit this file by hand. This is the file where it's going to store the state of your AWS configuration. Okay, this is where it is going to refer, okay, if the resource is actually present in AWS or not. Okay, so this is the verification, means this is the place where Terraform is going to verify it. And it is not a good idea to store this file locally. In most of the cases, most of the people, they are going to checked in this file, or I mean the state is generally stored in your S3 bucket. So I will show you in the later video like how to store the state file in the S3 bucket. Okay, so please do not edit this file. Just remember that this is the file which Terraform is going to check to see the current state of your infrastructure. Okay, so that resource is created and we have improved our code up to a little bit. But again, we have some issue here, right? Let's try to tackle that issue first and then I will come up to the next issue. So in this case, it created the resource for us, which is fine. Let's say, I think this is the one, right? 66B5. If you look here, yeah, 66B5. So at the end, it shows me a 66B5. But now the problem is if I need to verify the, for example, let's say public IP of this instance, I need to come to the AWS console and need to check the public IP. Okay, isn't it be great if Terraform itself will tell me like what is the public IP of this machine, okay, or the instance. So to do that, what we need to do, we are going to create one more file, and that file is called outputs, I believe, .tf. Okay, the name doesn't matter, but this is a standard syntax or the standard naming convention which most of the people in Terraform community follows. Okay, so in order to define this, I need to use something called output. Then I need to give it a name. Let's say public IP. This can be anything. Okay, in order to reference it, right, what exactly I need to do? I need to do AWS_instance dot my example dot. Now if you see here is something called public IP. Okay, now if I execute my code again, because I did not do any changes, it should not going to apply any changes in my infrastructure, but you will see something extra here. You will see the public IP of your instance. So now I don't need to go to the AWS console to verify the IP. Similarly, let's say I need to verify the instance ID, because instance ID is you see only one time when the instance is created. So again, I will say instance_ID. You can give any name, AWS_instance dot my example dot ID. So this is something which is outputted by Terraform. Okay, not Terraform but by AWS, and using these we can refer it to in our code. So let's say, let me run this code again, Terraform apply again, and this time you will see the instance ID also. Okay, and if I do like this, you will see the bunch of other things which you can get out of this. Okay, host ID, key name, all these information. Okay, so let's stick with the ID right now. Okay. Now there is one more issue with this code. Okay, and the issue is that I'm hard coding the value of AMI ID here, right? This AMI ID. Isn't it would be great that whenever AWS is going to push a new AMI into the AWS console, my instance will get that new AMI. For example, whatever the new instance I'm going to build, that instance will going to get that new AMI ID. Okay. This I'm only talking in terms of the non-production environment. Definitely in case of production environment, you don't want this. Okay. So to do that, to get a new AMI ID, every time we are going to create an instance, okay, there is something called a data resource. So if you go here, even here, you will see at the top there is something called data resource. So data is something called a read-only resource. And what this read-only resource will do, it's going to go to AWS and fetches this information for you. So for example, if you go here, right, and if you search for, let's say, CentOS. Sorry, not owned by me, public images. And if I go CentOS, okay, you will see all the CentOS images here, right? I think you can add a bunch of filters here. AMI name should be CentOS, okay. You can add the further filter, let's say virtualization type is HVM, okay, and architecture is 64-bit. Okay. I mean, I'm further refining the code. Or what you can do, you can run this command on the command line. This is a big command. So it's AWS CLI command where I'm going to describe the image. Okay. The owner is the AWS marketplace. And these are the value I got it from the CentOS documentation itself. Okay, so let me show you CentOS AMI. Okay, these are all the AMIs which are available right now. And yeah, this is the command. Okay, and the value I got it from this command itself. Okay. If you run this, you will get this AMI ID. Let me make it small. Okay, this is the one. Okay, now let's try to use this in our code. So where is that? So let's go here. Let me use the data resource. Okay, so let me copy paste this example and then we can modify it. Or let me copy till here. And this guy, okay, I will say, means the data resource name is AWS AMI and the variables which we are going to reference is CentOS. This time I will show you how to reference that variable. Okay, most recent equal to true, and then we need to give the owner name, owner is equal to this guy. Now in order to get the AMI owner, I have one more command. Which is this one. It's again easy to describe image, but this time I'm specifying the particular AMI ID, which is this one, 3E, right? Region is US West 2 and I'm trying to get the owner ID. Okay, no matches found, image ID, broken pipe. Okay, I think I don't have, sudo apt get install jq. Oh, not get, apt install. Okay, basically I want to show you how to get the owner, but for the timing, okay, it's done. Okay, easy to describe image, this image is 0. Let me run this without this. Okay, I don't know why that is not running, but if you see the owner somewhere, owner ID, this is the guy. Okay, so owner is this. Okay, name is this, and filter is nothing. If you look at the output of this command, basically what we are going to do, we are going to copy till this EBS. Value is equal to and star up to this. Okay, let's make a space. Okay. The next thing which we need to add to our code is called architecture. So let me copy paste it from here. I think they're missing that field, but let me add that. Okay. Okay, here I need to specify, I think even this is going to work, but let me specify architecture. And the architecture which I am looking is x86 by 64. Okay, and I can add further more filter. For example, I can add filter where I'm going to specify the name is equal to root hyphen device hyphen type, and I'm specifically looking for values equal to EBS. Okay, so still coming as this. Let me see what is the problem here. Let me format. This code. Okay. Oh, this is the problem. Okay, let me see what is the problem here. Owner should be in quotes. Data equal to AWCI. This. Filter this. Yeah, it should be good now. Okay, it should be, let me go, it should be owners, I guess. Yeah, it's owners. Sorry about that. Yep. Let me format the code again. Let me in the plan. Okay, yep. So now we have this code, right? Now in order to reference this in our code, what exactly we need to do? is equal to data dot AWCI dot CentOS dot ID. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. This is the variable name, and in order to reference this in our code, what we need to do, I need to use a data resource because I'm using a data resource over here. AWS underscore AMI, the name of the resource, the name of the variable, and what exactly we are referencing over here, which is the AMI ID. So let me run the Terraform format again, then Terraform plan, okay, because we haven't changed anything, so it should not tell me that, okay, it's saying there's one thing to add. Okay, because this time it picks up some different AMI ID, that's why it's saying the force replacement. Okay, and then the Terraform apply. Let me run that. And I will say yes. Okay, so it's going to destroy the existing instance and it's going to build a new instance for us. Remove this filter and shutting down the existing instance, and then it will build a new instance for us. Okay. So in this example, we have seen that we have improved our code a little bit, where rather than hard coding the value, we have specified in terms of variables. Rather than looking at the Terraform console output, we have specified the output in the separate file output.tf, and then again, instead of hard coding the value of an AMI, we have used a data resource to get the latest AMI from Amazon. So what we have defined here, that most recent equal to means they get the latest AMI. The owner, this is the owner for the CentOS AMI. We have defined a filter that we have seen, like how to get this filter. We have specified the architecture that we are specifically looking for 64-bit, and the root device type should be elastic block storage. Okay. So we have improved this code further, but there is something still lagging in this code. And the thing is that because we have defined the bare minimum stuff, there is no security group assigned to this AWS instance. We don't have any key assigned to it. That means we cannot log into this instance. So in the next video, we are going to improve this code further by adding the AWS key as well as the security group resource. Okay. So thanks for watching this video. If you have any question, please mention in the comment section. I will try my best to answer those. Thanks once again. Bye.